Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over Gible Community Day as well as evolving them into Garchomp. What should you do? Make as many as you can, or at least a full team. We're going to be talking about that because there's something you may want to hold on for, and we'll talk about that later on. So this is of course going to be going down June 6th from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. local time. And you're going to be getting ×3 catch XP when you do catch Pokemon. So if you're going to be putting on one of those lucky eggs, making those excellent throws, or just catching a bunch of Pokemon in general, you're going to be looking good. And of course, it's going to get Earth Power when you do evolve it into Garchomp. Taking a look at what we can expect for the box, you're going to be getting yourself an Elite Charge TM. So if you're looking to get one of those or stack them up, go ahead and get one of those boxes, as well as 50 Ultra Balls, which you're going to need. I need as many of those because I'm going to be hand catching quite a few. Taking a snapshot will have Gible 5 times, and well, that's another option to get more Gible candy. And I usually say whatever with it on community days, but this time around you may want to do it. And for $1, I think you may also want to purchase this. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to promote Niantic over here and say buy this, buy that, but this is one of those community days like Metagross. You don't want to miss it. You want to take advantage of every angle and get as much candies as possible because, well, we've been waiting for it. Despite people being upset, there's more people happy. I think the people that are upset are just louder. Okay, so taking a look at your storage, you're going to be able to get some more storage, folks. Let's go. They know people need this for community day with the Gible, so you're going to be able to see this special here. You're going to be able to fill up on 100 extra spaces for 200 Pokecoins as opposed to individually buying those, and that is going to be a sale up until the 7th, it looked like. Now let's go ahead and talk about this without actually getting into the full details here. As you can see, I do have that 98 that I do have powered up to 40, and then I do have the best buddy, but it's not really that great because it was my first Garchomp. I got excited. I know it's horrible IVs, but whatever, it is what it is. I do have this extremely high XL Gible 100% that I've been powering up, and let's talk about it. How many of these XLs do you want to make? How many do you want to power up to 40? Well, as far as 40 is concerned, you know, make a full team, you know, as far as that is. But as, you know, going down the route of 50, I'm going to say, you know, make as many as you want. Make 2. It depends on how much Pokemon you have in your area. If you have a bunch of stuff and you're laughing, like, I'm going to make like 3 because I have so many XL candies from catching all of these Pokemon in my cluster spawns or the city or wherever. Go ahead. But if you're not that person, you may want to wait because something shadowy might be lurking around the corner in the future. And you know, if you powered up all these Garchomps, you're not going to have any more candies for that XL, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. Taking a look at where it does land as far as the dragons here, it is going to be in its mega form number 3 with Dragon Tail and Outrage. Now we also have to keep in mind that Dragon Tail has recently been buffed, so everything with Dragon Tail is doing a little bit better here. As far as everything on this chart is concerned, pretty much all of these Pokemon have Dragon Tail. And yes, Shadow Salamence is going to be performing quite well as far as damage, but you have to look at that DPS times TDO. It is going to be the glassiest of the glass cannons, and especially mine because it's like very low defense, so yay, that's helping it. Taking a look at the ground typing from the Garchomp angle, it is number 1 as that Mega. As far as non-Mega, it's going to be on the first page, which is still good. Just because it's not on the top 3, 4, 5 does not mean it's, oh, it's not the best. Well, it's not, but it's still there, therefore making it viable. And you have to remember, it is Dragon and Ground. Going up against an Electric type, you have a massive resistance, making it pretty much the best counter to going up against an Electric type raid boss. Okay, so just, you know, Garchomp, it's got it. It is great. It has no move that is bad. Okay, now taking a look at PvP, because we know it's going to be great in PvE, and this is why this is going to be so great. It's a fan favorite. It's a Gible. We all wanted it shiny, and well, it's Garchomp. Let's go, and it's getting that Earth Power. I don't want to say we called it, but I've had the Earth Power set on the Game Press DPS chart for quite some time. I'd say like 2 years now. Taking a look at where it does land, quite high in the Master League as an XL. If you're not level 40 quite yet, well, you know, hold on to those candies because Slowpoke, Hour, you're going to be able to transfer those and get extra candies. So, you know, extra storage space, hold on to that. Now taking a look at some matchups that the Garchomp does have here in PvP. We're not going to go anywhere else other than the Master League XL, just so you can see it performs okay in other leagues. I did say, oh, you want to go with the Earth Power for those other leagues. Not necessarily. You want to kind of maybe run Sand Tomb because it's going to be a easier move to get to as opposed to the other one, and Garchomp isn't the tankiest thing around, so getting to those quick moves may be a bit challenging, but it does have great quick moves, especially with that Dragon Tail that's been buffed. Going up against Dragonites, it is going to be a loss if it's an even matchup if they have Dragon Tail. But if they do have Dragon Breath on the Dragonite, of course, you're going to be able to win with the Garchomp if you have Dragon Tail. If you have Mud Shot, you're not going to be able to win it because you're getting all that damage and winning this matchup from the accumulation of the Dragon Tail damage there. So as you can see, with the Mud Shot, it is an absolute fail. And this is with the one shield situation here. Of course, with the bait simulation going on, it builds up to the bigger move and then goes for the lesser energy costing move to showcase that situation there. So moving along here, it's going to be just great. This thing is going to be very scary to go up against because you don't know what the opponent's going to have. Are they going to have Earthquake? Are they going to have Outrage? Are they going to have Sand Tomb bait? Or are they going to have Earth Power? Well, you know, if you don't want to run Earthquake anymore, okay, it's Earth Power. So yeah, it's going to be a very fun Pokemon to have, especially if you get into Shundo. If I get one, I get one, I don't care, because the shiny Garchomp, unfortunately, is not so great. If it kept that kind of nice blue color that Gible did have going into Garchomp, then alright, it's another story. Yeah, anybody tell me where those hundreds at and let's go get them. But nah, I'm not too concerned. And I have my hundreds already. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. And we're going to get into why you may not want to power up, say, 3, 4 Gibles. Level 40, like I said, is okay. And who's powering up 3, 4 Gibles at XL? I don't think too many people are. But I'm personally going to make one level 50. And then I have the ones that I already do have. I don't need to put the new Earth Power move if I want. I'm going to have enough candies to power one up to 40. It's really easy to do that. 50 is the difficult part, right? Now, I don't want to discourage you or make it seem like you shouldn't be evolving a bunch of these, because you should be. I'm just trying to make sure you don't get too hasty and use all your resources and powering a bunch up. You want to make a bunch, just evolve, you know, whatever amounts. You don't need to power all of them up. Just have them on hand for trades or the future. Now, let's get into this. Shadow Garchomp, potentially in the future, is going to be disgusting. You know what's going on with the Shadow Metagross, doing more damage than its Mega form. Granted, it's not going to last as long in battle, but the more damage is going to accumulate faster. Yes, it's going to go down, but say you have, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, who knows? People have resources out there to power up some of these Shadows. And over time, that's going to do more damage as opposed to the Megas. And you can only go into battle with 1 Mega. You can have multiple Shadows. Yeah, it is going to be a steep investment, but over time, you're going to be able to do this. So taking a look at the Steel types, look at Shadow Metagross surpassing its Mega form. Like we said, DPS times TDO, it's meaning the damage for the time it is going to be in the battle. The Mega Metagross is going to be able to stay in there longer, therefore putting in more damage. Now, as far as its ground typing here, as you can see, regular Garchomp is on the first page. So you can only imagine if it did have a shadow form where it is going to be landing. Yes, it is going to be classy, but remember, you can have multiple of these while going into battle, and you can only have 1 Mega. Say if you have a level 50 Mega, well, there you go. You have the shadows right behind it doing the damage or in front. But they have not announced the Gible Shadow or anything. I've just been, you know, right a few times in the past before. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and I'll be catching you all next time. Good luck out there, traders.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!